Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play The Legend of Grimrock, and when last we left off, Heather, Mal, William and Eyes are working together to try and get through Mount Grimrock to their freedom. And right now we have a puzzle we need to solve. We need to heal the sight of this thing here, and that involves that, and oh, that is a skeleton. I've never seen a skeleton move before like that, and I don't think I ever want to. Well, looks like we have no choice but to fight. And that shield looks quite formidable. I agree. I think the best strategy here is to use our ranged weapons and then try and flank this creature. This does lead to my theory that this place was once inhabited. But inhabited by what? We may never know that answer. But for now, I'd rather not find out. I'd rather just kill this. And that shield does look awfully nice. I don't see you planning on using it. Why, I'm not a frontline fighter, that's your job. It's definitely not my job. And we're going to, there we go. I wonder if you can use a shield while you're using unarmed combat. I don't see why not. I don't see why not at all. This is probably going to take a lot of effort, as we don't really have the best equipment for this. I mean, the person best, capable of dealing with this is Mal here, because Mal does not need a weapon. When we get a sword, I think Heather's going to enter into her own element here. And we need some... Ooh, that's a critical. That was pretty good. We need some magic on Eye's behalf, because Eyes currently doesn't have the ability to cast a spell. There we go! That is a legionary shield. I wonder if you can actually... Yeah, you can actually use a shield and that, but right now we'll give that to Heather. And there is a spear, just in case you want someone to use a reach weapon, which is not so bad. I wonder if we remove one of these. It doesn't close the door. Well, we'll hold on to them then. Seems like a good idea. We'll keep those as our treasure. I'd rather survive than have treasure. What does this say? Doors of iron. Great rewards can be found behind these doors. To gain access, look carefully for small details and use your wits. Ah! I like treasure. Let's look around. Ah! Well, there's one switch. We just need to find another one. I'm sure there'll be one around somewhere. Over here? Over there? No? Aha! Excellent. And the loot is... a stick. That is mine. Are you sure that is an arcane staff? Really? I'm not so sure. Read the scroll. This magical staff is a powerful weapon when wielded by a... How did you know? I can sense the arcane. You, being one who is not skilled, cannot. Well, have fun with it. I will. Do you know what this is? No. I'm loath to do anything with that until we know. So what does this say? Crystal of Life. Touch to regain health and restore life. Well, we don't need to do that. I think we're all pretty healthy. I agree. We might as well hold on to it for now. And here is a scroll of Poison Cloud. Just in case you wanted to know what Poison Cloud was, that is Poison Cloud, which sort of lends to the theory that each of these corner runes here applies to a particular spell element. And we know that it's not the left-hand ones that apply for air. Well, let's move down. It's the only way we're going to get out. Unless you have a way to fly, Eyes. No. Let us go. Down to adventure. You know, this reminds me of a time that Oh, shut up. You're just being very rude. I'm just trying to pass the time. Pass the time more productively, then. It's almost like you don't believe any of my stories. I wonder why. We'll just obliterate this enemy here. We can use the shuffle here to avoid damage. It doesn't really make much difference here. A level would be nice, though. Just to, you know, get all the skill points that we need. Alright. They are very slow foes here. There we go, a little bit more, I think. A little bit more. Ha-ha! A level for everyone, which is brilliant. Let's do what happens when you level up, but first we'll equip this peasant's cap. We're already starting to run out of space in our inventory, but that's alright. and there is a rock. When you level up, you get 4 skill points to choose from, and these skill points can go into any of your skills. In the case of Heather, they're all pretty much just going to go straight into sword here, so that she can get the plus 5 health, which is quite nice. And Mal here is going to get... there weren't many skill points available to begin with for Mal, but a lot of unarmed combat here will provide dexterity, which is very nice. For William here, we're going to get missile weapons, which confers a little bit more energy. And lastly, you're going to get a mixture eyes. You're going to get... we need to get to level 4 so that we can get your first spell. So we're going to get that, and then 1 point of spellcraft. And now we're going to do some experimentation to find out what thing we're going to be using to cast a spell. Like, for instance... What was that? A taste of my power. I'm not sure I like your power. Do you want to survive here? Yes. Then you will see more of my power. I'm inclined to agree with Eyes. Any arcane power that we can get a hold of will be a boon to us. Oh, well, if you insist. We'll move on here and see if we can... Well, there were some boxes that we've got rid of, and now a taste of arcane power. That, by the way, can be cast through a staff, which is why the staff is a good thing indeed. It also deals a lot of damage. A lot of damage indeed. And we might as well hold on to that just for now, and continue to move on, and just see what lies ahead. There's a lot of things... Aha! A door! That is not so extraordinary, but doors are always interesting. The energy stat for Eyes is going to be very important from now on. We're not going to be able to get through that anytime soon until we find a key. I imagine there might be one nearby. Well, there's a rock. Rocks are always good. And torches at the moment are also always good. Eventually we're going to run out of space, though. Over here is a door. And over here is... another door. What does this have in it? Ah! Oh! They throw projectiles. That is not good. Oh, careful. Need to be very careful here. Uh-oh. That's gonna hit us. Have a ranged weapon! Have a ranged weapon. I do not like these. There we go. They explode. I'm gonna have to remember that for the future. Them exploding is not good. However, the larger ones here do not explode. They do, however, injure their allies here. Oh, we're out of energy. So no more spellcasting just for the moment. Gonna have to be very careful here, especially with the one that will explode. Ideally, we want to use ranged weapons to defeat you. There we go. Oh, careful. We're gonna get hit by that, aren't we? Yep, we're gonna get hit by that. It doesn't do a lot of damage, though. There we go. Oh, they hurt. They hurt a lot. We're just going to keep getting hit by them, it would seem. And we need to ready this spell. Oh, we're out of energy. That's really bad. There we go. You did not explode. Maybe it was just that you happened to attack at the time. Also, it would seem that there are no more enemies in there. At least I hope. Is everyone all right? I'm fine, although I don't think I was in any particular danger. Of course you weren't. I definitely avoid all harm, I'll have you know. He is sort of right. Here is a silk hose, I think they're called. Ah, they confer some protection, which will be passed along down the line. There is a mole jerky, which is food, if nothing else. More importantly, here is another dagger. I think daggers can be thrown, although I don't remember exactly if that's true. I think they can. We could put that there and try and throw it. I don't think they can be thrown. No, I don't think they can. You can have that for now. There we go. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they can be thrown. There's only one way to find out, and that's to go into a combat and try and throw one. Alright, any more enemies here? Ooh, a machete. That is important because that is a sword. And that is going to make Heather far more dangerous. And we'll take this torch, why not? And here is a compass. Compass is rather useful. For many old-fashioned adventurers and explorers, not even a sharp sword is as important a tool as a compass is. We could use the compass, it's quite useful. We'll have you hold on to it for now. Actually, do we need you to hold on for it for now? We have it just in case. More importantly, we have a key, which is far more important. Actually, for now, you can hold on to the, you can hold on to that. Seems like a good thing to do. There we go. Brilliant. And we'll move on. So, who doesn't like those explodey things? I want to call them explodey things. Does anyone have any objections? No, not really. You can call them whatever you like. Explodey things they are, then. Who's got the key? Was it you? There we go. One open door. And some runes. Shelter left, cells right. That appears to be oddly conspicuous. And indeed, this is one of the secrets that I remember. And in here is a helmet. An iron bassinet. It is heavy armor, but it is most certainly really good. It's evasion -10 without heavy armor proficiency, which is not great, but the armor you get is absolutely fantastic. It is most certainly worth it. Also, the food situation is not looking so good for Malgrav here, so we'll just have you use that. There we go. Excellent. Everybody else is currently okay, so we'll just carry on. Carefully, we will move forward. Alright. Over here is an area that we can go to. There's an area there that we can go to that appears to be locked. Hello! Would you like lightning? I think you would. Also, Heather is much more effective with a sword. There we go, much better. We don't need to waste energy on this snail here. There we go. We could rest at some point, because Mal is not doing very well on health. It's probably... Oh, it's definitely a good idea. It's definitely a good idea. We do not want Mal to die. And so I think we just press this button, and... rest occurs. Rest, Ooh. What is happening? A collective dream? Oh, I know you. I know what you seek. Look for me down below, and I might help you. Well, that was unusual. That was a dream sequence. I think that's good enough. Everyone is not doing too badly on food. You could do with eating some. We have plenty of food, though, and the torch is dying out. So, as you can see, without torchlight, everything gets very, very dark now. Also, this appears to be... Ooh, this is a sand mole hide vest, which is light armor. -5 evasion without light armor proficiency, which is fine. We can easily deal with that. Where did I put that? There we go. You have it now. You can equip that. You have less evasion, but that's okay, because right now we just need to get access to there, which is going to involve something tricky, I think. We need to find a way into here. We need that brass key, so at some point we're going to need to get access to it. Let's see what we can do, shall we? There's a locked area there. There is not... Ooh, a key. Do we have a key? I don't think we have a key. Or maybe we do and we just didn't, we don't appear to have a key. Where would a key be? Maybe we could, reach in and grab that key. Actually, we can reach in and grab the key, which is quite handy. There we go. In we are. There appear to be 2 pressure plates. And I'm loath to press either of them. There's a rock here, though. And a secret switch. Aha! Poison arrows! This is just what I was looking for. You know I'm an expert archer, right? Is there anything you're not an expert at? Well, now that you mention it, I do have one singular flaw, which is, I'm not particularly great at failure. Predictable. This does nothing, and this does nothing. I think we're going to need some rocks. One to way down there, and one to way down here. If we take it away, it shuts. So we're going to have to keep those rocks there for now, and move on further into the depths. Further into the darkness. Oh, that is an enemy. Hello, would you like lightning? Nobody likes lightning. Hello, I've no idea what you are, but I want you to die now. If that's alright. You're not dead yet, I see. There you go. Ooh, ouch. Have some lightning! Brilliant. And now it is dead. Always good. There is one of those crystals over there, but we need to get access to that first. No weapons allowed inside. Okay. What if we leave one here? Excellent. We've left a singular weapon, which means that we can get access to this. Which is good, because whatever's in here, we certainly want it. What's in here? Well, some snails, which we can quite easily deal with. Just gotta be a little patient. Few more hits. Careful. I know our evasion has gone down substantially because we're wearing armor we shouldn't be, but there we go. Brilliant. And more food. The game is very generous when it comes to food. And there is a key. And there is a switch. A rather obvious switch. That leads to pointy shoes. Ooh, they're quite good. Dexterity +1. Maybe we want those equipped on you, because Dexterity +1 is quite good. It actually lowers. It does lower your protection stat, but it also lowers the evasion penalty. Actually, I think it's probably better to equip those on you. Give you some evasion stat there. There we go. Much better. Always better to pass on the loot. There's no real problem with. Also, might as well grab that again. It's not gonna hurt, is it? Now for more adventuring. I dare say we're doing rather well. We don't know how well other people did to this point either. That is true. That is true. I have to ask, why are you so scared of snails? That's something I'm not going to talk about, if that's all right. Any particular reason? No, not really. What is this? Holding cells. Any idea what this is, Eyes? Teleportation is my guess. I would not recommend going inside. Enter thy grave. Well, this is encouraging. This is so encouraging, in fact, that I'm going to save, because that is something I don't want to do. What happens if we open this? Okay. That doesn't appear to... Oh, hello. There's one of you. How are you? I bet there's more of you, isn't there? Probably. Need to be very careful. Oh, there are more of you. There are a lot more of you. And that's really bad. There are probably at least 3 or 4 of you. Oh, wow, there's loads of you. It's really bad. Really bad. And we are going to be surrounded if we're not careful. That's really bad. Yep, this is really bad. And now everyone's getting hit from all sides. We need to defeat one of these really quickly. Really quickly. Before we all die horribly. We are probably going to die horribly. Yep, this is a really bad idea. A really bad idea. And another one of those pretty much won't save us, as we need to defeat one of these, and that's... Fortunately, aha! We defeated one of them. Now we can start, shuffling everyone around, which at least might provide us with some... we need to make sure that they don't surround us. Which in theory we can do, as long as we're careful. That was way too close. Way too close! This is what this game can do. Sometimes it will throw things like this at you. Careful. That was too close. Way, way too close. Also, evasion +5, that will counteract that, and you can have that back, and you can have that back. Is everyone alright? I, of course, am unharmed. I am not. That was painful. Here is a bone amulet. A primitive amulet made out of bones that are bound together with string. I'm not sure what it does, but you can have it. That was very close. We've got to be careful of these traps. I agree. Ow. Here is a scroll of ice shards, which, would be a nice spell if we had access to ice magic, which we don't. I wonder if we need to push each and every one of these so that we can get out of here. For now, I think resting is a good idea. I was pretty sure that we were going to die there, but we did not die there whatsoever. Which is very, very fortunate. Very fortunate indeed. And we'll just use these. That's 1, 2, and 3. And that has opened the way out. Oh, that was very, very precarious. I vote that we never do that ever again. Also, that shuts that door. I imagine that's the trap that we just fell into. We're going to have to be very cautious from here on out. And when we come back, folks, we will continue to explore into the dark depths of beyond. And hopefully, we won't fall into any horrible traps like we just did there and die horribly. Disclaimer, we're probably going to fall into some dark traps and die absolutely horribly. Also, I think another shield might do us some good. Why don't we just have loads of these? After all, there are multiple of them. There we go, 1 shield for everyone. At some point, we'll certainly be using them, I'm sure. So I'll catch you next time, folks. And when we come back, hopefully we won't die. I'm sure at some point we'll die. But not yet. Also, we'll just swap those round for no particular reason. And I'll catch you next time. And I'll see you then. Later. You're still not going to tell us why you're afraid of snails, are you? Nope, not even slightly. And you'll never figure it out either. Bet you 5 gold pieces, Heather, that I can figure it out. You're on. I'm totally gonna get that 5 gold. You can make bets all you like, but my secret is safe with me forever. Secrets are to be discovered and exploited. I don't like you anymore. I don't think you ever liked me. Touché! Touché. Later.